What's up, y'all? Today we are here showing you Shellstone at Waterside in Lakewood Ranch. This is an incredible community, and this is part one of a two-part series. The reason we're doing two parts, because there's two different builders here in Shellstone, and we're gonna show you one of them today, and then we're gonna show you the other one next week. But this amazing community, if you're looking for something really kind of unique, definitely a luxury community, higher end homes. The ones we're gonna show you today are semi-custom, and this is a really cool opportunity because it's not very often that you get to see in the same neighborhood semi-custom versus custom homes. So if you're curious about what the difference is between the two, not sure which way you wanna go, this is a good opportunity and a great neighborhood to really compare the two side by side. Now, before we dive into the homes and the neighborhood itself, I wanna show you where the neighborhood is. So we're gonna take a look at the map real quick, show you where it is, and then also today, like I said, we're gonna show you the homes, we're gonna show you some models to give you an idea of what they look like. We're gonna talk pricing, we're gonna show you the amenities and where they're at in construction, what it costs to build a home here, to buy one that's already under construction, as well as what the fees, taxes, insurance, all that stuff, all those costs that you're gonna have on a monthly basis to carry the home and live here long term. So stick around, don't miss anything, and hope you enjoy. So as we zoom in, you saw we were looking at the whole state of Florida. We zoom in to Southwest Florida. Here's Tampa, Clearwater, and we're south of that, just east of Sarasota and Bradenton. So this is all of Lakewood Ranch, technically, but actually there is more being added. Well, it comes all the way down here now. So this map doesn't even, Google Maps doesn't even have it updated, but it comes all the way down here because Windward is a part of Lakewood Ranch, and out this way is another development that is going in Monterey that's new there as well. But what we're focused on today is Lakeside, which is one of the three central. This is the newest town center. Here is the Lakeside Town Center. So the awesome thing about these neighborhoods in Lakeside, which is this whole area here around, go figure, these giant lakes. So not only are a lot of these homes going to come with incredible water views, but it's got its own town center. So all of this stuff is super easily accessible, quick and easy to get to, either by golf cart or bike or walking. You don't necessarily have to get into your car and drive, although of course you can as well. So this is on the southern end of Lakewood Ranch. And so you can see here's Waterside Park. So let me zoom in so you can see that, because all of these amenities are super easily accessible to you. There are apartments, there are condos and townhouses right around here as well, but that's not what we're talking about today. So Waterside Park, you've got this awesome volleyball courts, you've got parking here, and so basically it's an island. You got a bridge over to the town center, and there's all kinds of shops and restaurants and stuff over here. This Agave Bandito is incredible. I've eaten there. I'm actually going there for lunch again today. Like it so much, going back. Every time I am in Lakewood Ranch, that's typically where I have lunch because I love Mexican food and it's good. So anyways, we'll zoom back out. What we are talking about today is over here, Shellstone, and you see Homes by Town at Shellstone. That is one of the builders, and as I mentioned, there are two. Homes by Town is the semi-custom builder, and then Lee Wetherington is building this section down here. Those are the custom homes. They do have some stuff coming up here on the lake as well, so on the big lake there. And then this side is Wild Blue, which is a different neighborhood. So we're not going to talk about that one today. But anyways, this is where you get the opportunity to compare, as we're going to show you, the semi-custom versus custom homes, what the differences are, and help you decide which is going to be the best fit for you. Now, in terms of cool stuff to do around this area, and what you have access to. So Lakeside is down here, like we talked about. You've got the mall at UTC right here, and you can take Fruitville here straight into Sarasota, pop down and come into St. Armand Square. Super popular if you're into high-end luxury shopping. St. Armand Square is the spot. Ton of stuff there. Lido Key has some great beaches, and then you can cruise on up to Longboat Key and up to Bradenton Beach if you want to go all the way that far north, or you can shoot just down here and just down 41 here, take Fruitville, 41 south, 41, and you can pop over here to Siesta Key. So super quick, easy access. Well, I say super quick. I mean, it's Sarasota, there's traffic. We're not going to pretend there's not, but you're probably about 30 to 45 minutes to the beach in the busy season with heavy traffic. Probably closer to 45 on that, depending on the time of day. And then in the summer months, you're looking, when there's less traffic, you're looking more like probably 20 to 30 minutes, I would say, getting to the beach there. And then if you are into more adventurous type stuff, or you got kids or whatever, you got the Triumph Adventure Course. That is a ton of fun. The Sarasota Medieval Fair when they do that. And then right up here, kind of in the center of Lakewood Ranch, you have the sports campus. You've got all the polo grounds and all that stuff. And there's parks and sports fields, all different types of fields, courts, basketball courts, everything all throughout Lakewood Ranch. Very, very family friendly. So if you do have a family looking for stuff for kids, all of that's there. Sarasota's got the highest rated school district in all of Florida most years. It does bounce kind of back and forth, but most years it's either the top or one of the top, 2 or 3 typically. The Sarasota Bradenton Airport is right over here. So if you need to fly in and out, Sarasota is a smaller airport that has easy access, but still a decent amount of, plenty of commercial flights and everything. So a lot of people like flying in and out of there because it's not as busy as Tampa. And of course, you've got the Ringling Museum if you're into arts, and there's a ton of other arts and theater and stuff like that here in Sarasota. So that's kind of what you're looking at for things to do. All right, so now that you know where these homes are located, let's go take a look. What's up, y'all? We're here at Shellstone in Lakewood Ranch. This neighborhood is being built by Homes by Town. Beautiful new community, fantastic homes. Let's go take a look at this model. This is the Halyard model. Now, they're a semi-custom builder. There's a lot of flexibility to the floor plans when you're building from scratch. So the way this one shows is almost 2,300 square foot of living space, 3 bedrooms and a den, 3 full baths with a 2-car garage. It is available with a 3-car tandem garage as 2 in a den, 2 full bath, and just over 2,000 square feet. So first of all, you got a nice, cute little front porch. Very popular in a lot of these custom and semi-custom homes, which is nice. It gives it a little bit more character to the front of the home, which I like. And this is one of the narrower homes here. So they have 2 different series. They have the series that goes on the 52-foot wide home sites, and then they've got the series that goes on the 65-foot wide home sites. So this is the narrower series. There's 3 floor plans in this series, this being the smallest of the 3. And so you're gonna have a little bit more narrow, you're gonna have a little bit longer of a foyer here. So let's start coming in and we'll go to the left. But you still get the 8-foot doors, you still get the 10-foot ceilings, you still get the trays all over the place that you can do. So the height adds to the feel of spaciousness, even though it's a little bit more narrow home. So here would be your 2-car garage. Of course, they've got all kinds of construction supplies because that's what they do with the model homes in the garage. Nobody cares really about the garage other than how big it is. So first guest suite. nice little private bath with a pocket door, and then the small walk-in closet also has a pocket door. So that's nice. The good thing about pocket doors, if you have the wall space, is they don't take up extra space with the swing radius. So more of a traditional, like I said, semi-custom builder. In these smaller homes, they're gonna have more of a traditional laundry room that you're used to with more of the production builders as well. But you're gonna get a lot more of the nicer upgraded features. There's your AC closet, like the taller doors and ceilings and all that. The 6 inch baseboards, that sort of thing. So here is the other guest room, guest or kids bedroom. Again, smaller, but this is actually bigger than the other one, but still smaller walk-in closet, nice space. You got the linen closet here. Here's your other bathroom. Now this is the one that functions as both the bathroom serving this bedroom and the main house living area and everything. And then here's your den or flex room. And good sized rooms. Even the den is a nice sized room. You could easily put French doors on there if you want. They obviously did this beautiful custom wet bar and wine bar. Nice big island, big kitchen. Not a real big, but very nicely sized and appropriately laid out. Great room area. Plenty of space in the dining room. I mean, these have big chairs that you can't push in underneath and everything, and there's still plenty of space there. And then you've got the big stepped up tray ceiling there in the middle of the great room. I mean, you got 9'4" ceilings in the kitchen here, and then it takes a big step up that's about probably 11 feet. And then the tray goes up another foot on top of it, so you're like 12 foot in the tray. Nice kitchen, gourmet kitchen setup with the built-in cooktop, wall oven, and microwave. Again, Lakewood Ranch, gas is very common. This tucks all the way around here, so nice big pantry. Let's go check out the primary suite. So, when you come in here, I almost forgot this, I walked straight in, but I really like, they did something just a tad differently. So with most of the production builders and even some of the semi-custom builders, so they thought through this. When you have the primary suite right here off the great room like this is, and you have a doorway that goes straight in, normally you can see most of the bedroom from the great room, and that's something that I have a lot of people tell me they don't like. So they extended this basically created a little foyer just by building this wall out and moving the entry truly to back into the room a little bit. And it gives you that privacy, so you're not seeing in and out of the great room. So you can leave the door open rather than feeling like you have to have it closed all the time. So really like that. A lot of windows here in the primary suite. Big room, plenty of space. I mean, look how wide it is. You got king size bed. This bed's got a lot of space around the edge of it. And then you got the nightstand, plenty of space over here. Nice big dresser. Got the chair. Got the windows out on both sides, which is really nice. That's rare to see. And then over here, you have your primary bath. Of course, you got the throne room there. Linen closet here. Now this has got the double vanity. Not my favorite when the vanity is all together, but it is what it is. Not every bathroom can have split vanities. It's just the way it lays out sometimes. But if you're not like me and that doesn't bother you, you've got a huge counter space, and then also the makeup counter over there. So Works well if this works for you. It's not, like I said, not necessarily my thing, but that's cool. Double shower heads, nice big shower, and the big walk-in closet, not quite as big as some of the others that they have here in the bigger homes, but bigger home, bigger closets, more room to work with. So that's your primary closet. Let's go check out the lanai. Now this is another home where the lanai, even though it's not super long, it's nice and deep, which to me, depth on lanais is more important than width, because you want some covered, shaded area, and at different times of day, a lot of times you lose almost all of that. But when you have these really deep lanais like this, you don't lose it for as long, you don't lose as much of it. So you got a fantastic, this is a huge outdoor kitchen because you got this whole wall. So you got plenty of room. Obviously it's vented here, that's very nice. You got plenty of room for eating and lounging space. You got the TV on the wall over there, and then a nice pool. Not a real big pool, but a nice pool. Got a little sun shelf. You got the waterfalls, water features back there, and you got plenty of space over here for lounge chairs. So that's it for the halyard. So what'd you think about the halyard model? Is that the one for you? You think so? If so, give us a call or text, numbers on the screen. We'll help you get the best deal possible. And keep in mind, please, 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 we say this in every video. So if you've seen the other ones, sorry for repeating myself, but if you haven't, and this is your first video, you need to know, please, you have to call us first if you want the special incentives and discounts that these builders give to us exclusively for our clients. They give us extra incentives and benefits because we bring so many clients to them, but you have to call us first. Do not go directly to the builder. Don't give them information on the website. Don't request information, because as soon as you put your information in the system, you forfeit your rights to having us help you throughout the build process. And I know people question, what do we do? I promise we'll explain it all to you. There's too much to it to explain in these videos because we want to show you the houses. So call us, text us, email us. Our contact info is on the screen. Reach out and we'll talk you through how we help you through this process, as well as make sure you get the absolute best deal possible. Let's go check out the next one. What's up, y'all? We're here taking a look at Shellstone at Lakewood Ranch. As you can see, we're about to take a look at this beautiful model they've got here called the Camber. And I can't wait to show you this. There is some amazing things in this house. We're gonna go check it out right now. So first off, this is a 3-bedroom plus a flex room, 3-bath, 3-car garage, about 2,800 square foot. And come in the front door here, and there's not really a whole lot I can do to hide this from you. So first off, just look at that. Come through, you got a whole wall of glass in front of you. Now, not every one of them is gonna have this view, but there are a lot of home sites here that have a view like this. So you definitely could if you wanted to. This house, number one, the first thing that stands out to me is these ceilings feel like they go up forever. You got 9-foot doors throughout and 11-foot ceilings, 11, 12, 13-foot ceilings, depending on where exactly you are. Homes by Town is semi-custom. So they have quite a few structural options that you can make, changes that you can make if you build one from scratch. So when we come in here, this is your entrance in from the garage. They've got that as the sales center, so there's not really much to see out there, but it is a 3-car garage. There's your AC closet, nice and hidden away from bedrooms and living area. You get a nice coat closet here. This has one of my favorite things that you see it a lot more in the custom and semi-custom builders, where you've got first of all, a huge laundry room, tons of shelving, you got the sink, you got all the cabinets and counter space over here, but you don't have to pass through it. So say you've got somebody following you to the house and you pull into the garage, you don't have to pass through it to get in from the garage and bring your guests through your laundry room, which a lot of times the laundry room is not exactly the most organized, clean place. So you can close the doors, nobody sees it, not a big deal. This is your first guest or kids bedrooms here. Nice size room, plenty of space. I mean, you got a big bed, you got 2 nice size nightstands and the dresser over here, and you've got a walk-in closet. Now, currently, this is the most popular home that they're selling in here. It's pretty common for the models to be one of the more popular homes, but having walked through this home, I can tell you the reason why people love this house and why it is selling so well is because it's laid out really well. Very well designed. These are solid core doors. So you get that extra weight, a little bit more sound deadening. Here's your other guest bedroom. Now this one they didn't put a dresser in, but there is plenty of room for a dresser. And again, it's got a walk-in closet. So all of the rooms have walk-ins. We're gonna come over here, and it's a little bit different setup. Where the entrance to the primary suite is actually up here, more towards the front of the house. So it's a little bit different than what a lot of the builders do. Again, super popular floor plan, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's just a little bit different. So as you can see, you got a huge tray ceiling in here. They did some really nice decorator work in there. Huge master suite. This one, they put in a little fireplace, built-in fireplace. You got the TV up above. And then here is your closet. Not a huge walk-in. Oh, I missed it when I came through before. I said not a huge walk-in. Now I just poked my head all the way in here, and good Lord, it actually is a huge walk-in. It's 2 closets in one, basically. So you've got this divider wall, and I love this setup. I love this feature because when you do these huge walk-in closets like this, you end up with a lot of dead space in the middle of the floor here. So having this extra wall that comes out gives you enough space to do the rack and the third wall here with shelving, and allows you to put more stuff in there. So I'm a big fan of doing that, and plus it gives you a natural dividing line. If you know, you and your partner, one of you or your partner tends to take up more space in the closet than the other, you've got your clear defining lines of whose is what and where. So you got the linen closet here. This is another, the way this bathroom set up is another favorite of mine. You've got dual vanities, and this is a really nice, you got tons of space. I mean, you got all these cabinets, you got multiple drawers. And then on the other side here, you've got, again, the same type of setup plus the additional space for the makeup counter. So very, very nicely done. I really prefer the separate vanities. If your house is anything like mine, my wife likes to take up the whole counter, no matter how long it is. So if both sinks are in one counter, I'm inevitably gonna have her stuff in my space. It drives me nuts. So I prefer the split vanities like this. And then of course you've got the big freestanding soaking tub here and a nice walk-in shower. Okay, good, those are plastic. I was gonna say, I don't know about I like the windows in the shower. I wish they were up a little bit higher, than you wouldn't even need any kind of window treatments on them. But if they're gonna be lower, putting plantation shutters on them, but then usually the plantation shutters are wood, but no, these are plastic, so won't do any damage in the shower. So I can appreciate that. Way to think that one out, decorators. Now, here's another cool little feature about this primary suite here is, I very rarely do you see, sometimes you'll see that the garage is built off and there's space behind it instead of house all the way back. Rarely do you see the primary suite built sticking off the side of the house a little bit. But this gives you, so if you have guests that stay with you regularly or kids or something like that, and you want your own little private hidden secret space, you got it right here off your bedroom. So that's awesome. I love that. Cool little feature and super, super unique. I don't think I've seen a few older homes that have these little pockets like that, but I've never seen it. I haven't seen it on a new build. And then check out this great room. I mean, this is massive and incredible. And it's set up in a way that you don't have a lot of dead space that you just feel like, oh, we need to create this extra little sitting area or this extra little eating area or anything like that. It's almost all used in your 3 spaces that typically make up a great room. You got the dining room right here, and it's plenty big. I mean, look, you get a table for 8. Then you've got the huge kind of living area with all these chairs, couches, tables, seating. You got the fireplace, you got the windows on both sides. I like the way they set that up. And then you've got your kitchen here. And this is a huge kitchen. I mean, look at all these cabinets. You got the double stack cabinets. You got a nice big island. You got 2 ovens. You got the slide-in range over here with the gas cooktop. So it's Lakewood Ranch, so there's gas everywhere. So you got the slide-in range, nice big oven, gas cooktop. You got another built-in wall oven and microwave over here. And then you've got your little butler pantry here with your wine and beer fridge and additional cabinets, and then nice big walk-in pantry. And then we're back to the laundry room. That panel in the wall is the low voltage hub. So a lot of the builders are doing that now. Super common to see in most homes of any price range, where your main cable and internet lines come into the house, into that box, and then they branch from there. So it makes it really easy with all the smart home features and everything in the homes now, to be able to use that and have easy access to set things up and move stuff around. And I mean, look at this wall of glass. Like, this is what everybody, guarantee you, this is what everybody loves about this house. You've got, this is what, 6 4-foot panels. So you got 24 feet across the back of the house in glass, just overlooking the pool and this massive lake. This is fantastic. And this is what those clear view screen cages are for, is so you don't have anything obstructing that view, but you still get you still don't have the bugs and stuff like that coming in. So we're just gonna go out here now. We've still got more to see. I haven't shown you the rest of the house, but since we're here, there was no way to hide it. We might as well come out and check this out. I mean, this is fantastic. Plenty, you've got this massive lanai off the back of the house, goes the full width of the house. So you've got a little seating area here. You've got another seating area here with the fireplace. You got a table to eat, your outdoor kitchen. Nice little pool. You got the sun shelf. You got the Infinity Edge hot tub. And look at this view. This is really tough to beat. So let's go back inside. Let me show you the rest of the house, because like I said, we haven't seen it all yet. So really the only extra like leftover space that we're talking about here is this little area here. This could easily be a breakfast nook or something like that if that's how you want to do it, or you can do it just like this as a little you know, extra little seating area. But that's what I'm referring to. I mean, there's like, this is the only space that it's like, what do we do with it? Where like almost the whole living area is used up. So it's laid out, it's spaced out really well. And then over here is that bonus or flex room or den or whatever you want to do with it. You can put French doors on it. You can make it another bedroom. It's a nice big room. You got plenty of space, whatever you want to do. You've got your pool bath, and then you got this massive slider here. So the cool thing, if you make that your den and that's your office, this is your view, because you've got this big pocket sliding door here, and that'll double as your pool bath, or the door into the pool bath. So you get your pool bath right here. And yeah, so 3-bed plus the flex room, 3 full baths, 3-car garage, just over 2,800 square feet. All the impact glass, all the windows are impact glass windows, impact glass doors. There's gonna be 2 amenity centers here. They're not in yet, but there will be 2. And so that is it for the camper. All right, so what'd you think of the camper model? Drop your comments down below and let us know. I can tell you my personal favorite thing about it is the fact that it is one of the few homes where what they call on the floor plan the flex room or the den or office is at the back of the home. And even though there is a bathroom in between it and the door, you can still set it up so that you got a view out the back of the pool and the lake. It's one of the few homes where the office is at the back of the home. Usually it's at the front of the home. You're looking out over the street and it's your neighbor's house. I personally really enjoy having a nice view while I'm sitting at my desk working. So my personal favorite, that's the thing I like the best about it. May not be for you. I do also like that cool little door out from the primary suite that takes you out down the side of the house and down the lanai. Cool little setup with the lounge chairs out there, give you your own kind of private little patio area straight from the owner suite. So that's a cool little thing. I don't know how much it'll actually get used because it is outside of the screen, and you know, bugs, mosquitoes, no-see-ums, all that good stuff. So maybe it doesn't get used a whole lot. I don't know, but it's a cool little thing. So if this is the one for you, call us, let us know, text us, email us, however you want to get a hold of us. The number's on the screen. Let us know if this is the one for you. And if it's not, don't worry, stick around. We've got a bigger one. We've got a 2-story coming up that we're going to show you. And then we're going to get into the amenities. And of course, as always, if you're familiar with our videos, we are going to talk pricing, not just what the base prices are, but we will tell you that too. But what you can actually buy these homes for, we're going to talk to you about the quick move-in homes that they have available so you can see what it will cost to actually build, or what you can buy them for, not what it will cost to build, because you can buy them as quick move-ins a heck of a lot cheaper than what you can build them for. But we'll go over all of that. We'll talk taxes, insurance, HOA fees, everything coming up here. And keep in mind, this is part 1 where we're showing you the homes by townhomes, because as I mentioned in the beginning, there are 2 builders here. This is the these are the semi-customs. We have the custom homes coming up in part 2. We will drop that next week. So make sure you subscribe so that you get the reminders when that comes up as well. Now let's go check out the next one. All right, here we are at Shellstone in Lakewood Ranch, and we're gonna go check out the Aviso model. This is a little over 3,700 square feet, 4 bedrooms plus a den plus a bonus room, 4 full baths, 3-car garage, as you can see behind me here. This is another beautiful home. Homes by Town is the builder here. They are semi-custom, which means there are a lot of, you have to stick kind of with the floor plan in that there are a lot of structural changes, but you can't change everything. You got 8-foot doors standard, 10-foot ceilings, plus the trays. Here in the foyer, they're higher. You got was about 11 foot here in the foyer, and looks like 11 or 12 feet in the great room. But just massive ceilings, got all kinds of cool customization you can do. I mean, look at this, like 4 steps in the tray here in the foyer. Beautiful home, very nicely done. We're gonna start over here in this awesome little guest suite area. Now, personally, the way I see this home being used, it's a fantastic home. It does have the bonus room upstairs. There are 2, uh-oh. I broke it. I did not. The door handle's missing a screw. Oh, it's just loose. Somebody forgot to tighten it. Anyways. So, the bonus room and 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. The way I see this home working is for a family that maybe has elderly parents or something like that, that maybe need to move in, or an elderly parent that needs to move in. Needs, you know, maybe needs a little extra help, and this is a fantastic room for it. Or even just as a guest room, if they come to stay, come to visit and need a guest room. So you've got a private bathroom right here. Now, there is no door right here, but you could easily put one in. So that's why I see this working really as like a private bathroom, private bedroom, and you'll see why. I'm gonna show you coming up here why this makes sense, and you don't necessarily have to use that as your overall first floor guest bathroom. Huge walk-in closet for a guest or kids room. Again, another reason why I see this working this way. And this is a nice size room. There's plenty of space here. So you got your AC there, kind of out of the way. Doesn't make a lot of noise in the main living area. You got this fantastic dining room. I love this circle table. I don't know about all the green balls in the middle of it. That's more of a decor thing, decorator item. You're probably not gonna have that in your house, but these chairs are cool. Phone's ringing. Always scam likely. Here is the den. So nice den. They've got it set up as a second living area, also kind of functional desk space and everything. So you can use that however you want. You could easily throw French doors on here or close it up and make it a 5th bedroom if you wanted to. Huge, great room. I mean, this thing feels massive. Fantastic kitchen set up over there. Let's go over here first of all. Or next of all, I should say. Again, I love the way they set this up. They got the laundry room separate, so you can easily just close this door. It's got a pocket door here. Easily close it if the laundry room's a mess and you got guests following you in through the garage. 3-car garage, so plenty of space out here. You got the understairs storage, big closet under the stairs here. And let's go upstairs before we get you close up of the kitchen and all that. Because this bonus room setup, I love. Maybe it's just because I'm a poker player. And they got a poker table. Well, I'm a poker player and I'm a whiskey drinker, and that I like those shelves, those backlit shelves with all the whiskey decanters and the poker table. So nice big bonus room. Love this. Great window. I like, this is one of the things that you get in these semi-custom and custom builders, is a lot more attention to detail than your typical production builders. So they went out of their way. Normally, there would just be a little window here, but they went out of their way and got a window, I'm sure custom made, impact glass window to fit this space here and match the pitch of the roof. You don't see that, and you get all this extra natural light. You get a fantastic view from this bonus room up here because of that, versus just a little tiny window that nobody would probably ever even notice or look out of. So those are the things that you get when you get into these types of homes. Of course, you got to pay for it. They're not cheap. Again, up here, you still got the tall ceilings. They're not quite 10 foot, they're 9'4", but still 8-foot doors throughout. Just really, really nice, big, spacious feeling. Having that extra vertical height adds so much of a larger feel to the house. So you've got so then, like I was saying, back to how I see this home being used is obviously kids' rooms up here. So you've got your elderly parents that either come and stay to visit or come and stay long-term, and they have that room downstairs, that private bathroom. Then you got the kids up here. And obviously you could do 2 in 1 room. Personally, I probably wouldn't, but if you got 3 kids, then that's what you're doing. Here's the kids' bathroom. This also doubles for the bonus room for, you know, the card game and all that. Here's your second air handler for the upstairs. And then here's your other kids or guest room, but like I said, probably kids. And the closet there. So that's your upstairs. Now we're gonna go back down and show you the rest of it. Because we haven't seen the primary bedroom yet, right? We haven't seen the lanai. So here's your great room. Coming in from this angle, again, huge. Love that fireplace wall with, that's actually 2 fireplaces in there because it's such a long wall. You got this nice big 16-foot glass wall here, and then you've got another door over here in your little breakfast nook, which they did up as a little love lounge here, I guess, with the bottle of wine, and have your significant other, you know, get to sit and relax and look at the view from the air conditioning. And so then here's your kitchen. So you got this nice little, this is something that you don't see very often either, where they wrap the cabinets and countertop and everything around the outside and creates a nice little kind of buffet serving area that's built in rather than having to take up wall space in the dining room or somewhere else, or like on the back of the couch here where a lot of people put their kind of serving tables. You have this massive island again. So many of these homes have huge islands now, which is fantastic. Tons of kitchen cabinet space, counter space. This one's got the built-in cooktop. Again, we're in Lakewood Ranch. Basically everything in here has gas. Some of the builders have gas or electric options, but gas is available in just about all the neighborhoods. Got a nice little pantry here. This is a little funny though. To make room for the fridge and have that little serving station, the pantry door is really skinny, which I think is funny. Like I don't think I'm that big, and my elbows bump the trim if I walk straight through. Now, typically I wouldn't, I would turn sideways and slide in, but that's how skinny it is. So that's a little funky, but honestly, it doesn't really bother me, but it might bother you. Built-in wall oven and microwave. You got your wine or beer fridge over here. Little kind of bar area is how I would set this up. And then this right here is exactly why I said you could block that, you could put that door, let me show you, all the way across, straight over there by those lamps, the 2 lamps there. That is where I would put the door to close off that downstairs guest suite. And you've got a full bathroom here that can function as your full-time guest bath. It's also the pool bath. You come in right there. You've got a secondary pantry here, but come in there from the pool. You go in, use the restroom. Now let's go check out the primary suite. So I feel like whoever designed this floor plan really thought it through as being able to use that as a full guest suite over there downstairs. So here's your primary bedroom. And of course this is a model, so they did a lot of really cool, unique details like all this backlit little niches and stuff in the on the sides of the bed. Built-in cabinets here for your nightstand, but you can do that. You don't have to do that. Obviously, it gives you a little bit more space in the room if you don't do it, because that's all pushed out, moving the bed out further into the room. Got the tray ceiling with the uplights. There's, you know, a lot of cool stuff. Obviously, this is showcasing all the cool things that they can do. But the point is, nice room. It's not real big. It's wide, but it's not super deep. So you can see, if you watch in some of our other videos, there's so many homes that the primary suite, I always joke, you got a dance floor, you can have a party in there. This has a lot of space on both sides, which is nice. So you can do like a little chase or something like that over there. Or a couple chairs under the window or something like that. Have a little sitting area in here if you want. There's plenty of room for a nice big deep dresser, but you're not gonna get the deep dresser. I mean, you could put some sort of seating down here at the foot of the bed, like you see in a lot of people do. But if you do that, you're gonna really cut down on your walking space over there by having this here. Now, if you take this out and you have your bed straight up against the wall there, then you get a little bit, you get a few, like 6 more inches over here, and then you're good. So all just depends on how you wanna lay things out, but it shows you how flexible these different spaces are. So here's your primary bath. And again, separate vanities, thank you. I'm a big fan. You got one, now this has got the more European style floating vanities instead of the ones that go all the way to the floor. But you got that one over there. This one over here has got the sink and the makeup counter. Of course, your throne room there. Little linen closet here, which is plenty big enough. I say little, but it is little compared to a lot of them, but it's unnecessarily big in a lot of houses. And then nice walk-in shower here. Got double shower heads. Got the niche. Very nicely done. Not massive, but nice. And then again, this is my favorite thing. You may have heard me in other videos. Sorry if I'm echoing in here. But you've got this big, massive walk-in closet, and they put this dividing wall in here to provide extra hanging space, and it provides a natural division for you and your partner if one of either you or your partner tends to overtake the other one in the closet. So I appreciate that. So let's go take a look outside here. All right, so let's check out the lanai here. And again, you've got a huge covered lanai. Look how deep this is. These pillars are way out there for the roof. You got all this space back here, provides full-time shade underneath here. Doesn't matter how this house is gonna be set, you're gonna have shade for the most part all the way underneath this. I mean, unless you go east or west on the back of the house, then you'll have the sunrise. There's no way you're getting around that, or the sunset, but provides a significant amount of shade having a lanai this deep. So I love that, especially in the summertime. You got a huge sitting area. You got your dining area over here. You got your outdoor kitchen, the door into the pool bath. I don't know what this funky thing is. I've never seen anything like this before. So somebody drop it in the comments if you know what that is. Looks like brand name is Gozney. Still doesn't tell me anything. I've never heard of it. But if you know what it is, drop it in the comments. I'd love to see if anybody knows what that is. Huge pool on this thing too. This is a really, really big pool compared to what we see on most houses. Nice infinity edge hot tub. I really like the hot tub up closer to the house instead of usually it's on the kind of the back, one of the back corners or end or something like that. I like it over here. Maybe it's because I use the hot tub more than the pool probably. You got nice little sun shelves with the bubblers on both sides. Really, really nice pool. Big, plenty of room on both sides. And of course, with this incredible view here, I mean, there's really, why would you do anything else than that clear view cage? Yeah, it's fantastic. And so that's it. All right, so what'd you think of the Big Daddy Aviso? That is the biggest home that Homes by Town builds in here at over 3,700 square feet. So if you're looking for a big one, that's probably the one. What'd you think? I know they're all different series, so they're very different in terms of price point and everything, which we're gonna get into in a bit. But overall, which home did you like better? The Halyard, the Camber, the Aviso? So for me, the cool things about the Aviso, I pointed out in the video, the fact that they spent the extra money to get that custom window and bring more light into the bonus room upstairs that is angled along the same pitch as the roof. I thought that was a really cool feature. And I always dig the master closet, the primary suite closet, where they have the wall in the middle kind of splitting into two closets. So if you have a partner, your other half gets one side, you get the other side. I like that setup rather than eating up space and having two completely separate closets. And I also like the way they have the vanities on opposite walls of each other too. And then of course that really, really deep lanai area with, that one does have the extended lanai option on it, but I like that. And that really cool little, like, it's just something that you don't see very often in the kitchen, where on the other side of the fridge away from the rest of the kitchen, it like wrapped around the other wall. It just seems like a perfect spot for like a little coffee station or something. So that's what I like about that house. What do you think? What's your take? What's your favorite thing? And which one is your favorite? Call us, let us know. Drop those comments in and make sure you stick around, because we're gonna show you the what we can of the amenities next. And then of course, we're gonna get into pricing. All right, so here's an idea of what the amenities look like here at Shellstone, what the plans are at Shellstone and Waterside. This is the Summit Amenity Center that is under construction behind this sign here and what's coming. So these are exclusive to Shellstone, and then we're gonna show you the amenities that are finished at Midway that are shared between Shellstone and Wild Blue. So there's a construction going on over there. So this is coming. It's going to be a couple of years probably before this is all finished and done, but it is in the process. All right, so we're here at the Midway Amenity Center that just opened here in Shellstone at Waterside. And let me flip you around and check this place out. So the Midway Amenity Center is the shared amenities between Shellstone and Wild Blue. So you got the clubhouse buildings over there. You got this huge events lawn. There's a big old playground area. There's some picnic area. You got tennis and pickleball courts, fire pits, the pro shop and everything, and a kayak launch across the street. So let's go check this stuff out so you can see what it all really looks like. So this is shared amenities. It's all sports related. And then each neighborhood is gonna have its own community pool and fitness center and everything. So kind of a cool, interesting setup to give you a little bit more flexibility and shared amenities and a little more value with the HOA fees and everything. So here we are up by the clubhouse and pro shop. You got some cornhole. You got this nice screened in cabana area, the TV, picnic tables and everything inside here. So you can reserve this, use it for party area seating and everything. A little driveway over here. And then kayak launches over there. We're gonna go over there and show you that here in a minute. And there is a lifestyle director and everything in here. So you have full-time activities director, all kinds of stuff going on.
So here's outside of the pro shop, tennis and pickleball pro shop. All kinds of picnic benches, tables, and chairs. And there are 8 pickleball courts and 6 tennis courts. So you want to have a pickleball tournament? This is your spot. Got covered seating over here. Even got gutters on the covered seating, and these rain chains are becoming super popular. And they're serious about making sure residents only, it's all secured, and all of this stuff is accessible all via your neighborhood app on your phone. So all high tech. Go in your app and just use your phone to be able to get in to the tennis, pickleball courts, to the clubhouse. They got drinking fountains out here. Bottle filling station. There's your tennis courts. We even got a hand sanitizer station. They're really getting serious and thinking of all the little things along the way. Come over here and check out the playground. The one thing I will say seems like it's missing over here on the playground is, how about a little shade, right? They need to put those big canopies over the top of this playground. And I bet you enough people will complain at some point that that will happen. But they should do that up front, and that would be super helpful to keep this stuff a little bit cooler. So when you're going down the slide, you don't lose the skin on the back of your legs. From the playground down to the fitness course. So while the kids are getting their exercise, you can get yours. So we got part of the fitness setup. You got box jump type, low, medium to high. Balance beam here. Out next to the conservation area. This is like a little wetlands. It's natural plant life in a low spot where it's all water down in there. All kinds of different exercises. This is medicine ball type. Yep. Nice. This is a really nice setup out here. I mean, I'm out here filming in August. I don't know that you want to be out here working out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in August. You probably won't make it very long. I'm barely surviving just walking. Here's a dog park. You got a little restroom building over there. And my buddy Josh over here, we're filming together. Get us on the teeter-totter together, or seesaw, whatever you want to call it. Dog park You got water station in there, so you got the small dog park and the big dog park. You got both. Keep them separated. Water filling stations so that they stay hydrated too. This is nice. Parking over here. Some more mailboxes over there. Right. Cutting through the shade for a second. We got picnic area, some grills over here it looks like. See, I'm exploring this for the first time too. I haven't been out to these, they just finished these amenities, so I haven't been here since they finished them. But yeah, you got grills, picnic area there. Cut through the playground. A little climbing tower over there. So over here you got a little pier out into the conservation area. So we just came from the fitness area over there. There's the playground. And then right here is the conservation area. So nobody wants to be out here in the middle of August like we are right now. But when it's cooler in the morning, in the evening, and in the more of the winter time and everything, it's a great spot for bird watching if you're into that sort of thing. And then back over here, you got this area that's all crushed shells, and they've got hammocks up. So come November, December, January, February, March, April, that time, you got chairs over here, tables, so you can just sit, hang out, bring a drink, lounge in the hammocks, get a tan. You know, when you're avoiding all of that snow and ice up north and wherever you're coming from, this is the spot to hang out. It's like your own little private beach. All right, so here is the Midway Park buildings that we showed you. And now we're right across the street here at the kayak launch on these big lakes. So they've got kayak storage here. I don't know if this is going to be for homeowners or if they're going to eventually have kayaks that are neighborhood kayaks that people can use. Or if, I mean, there's not much, so I doubt it's homeowner storage space, but you can have your own for sure. You can bring them over here. Here's the rules. And they got this nice little pier going out here, of course. Danger, wildlife habitat, do not feed the animals. So here you go. Nice big lake, kayak, canoe. No motorized boats though. But that's what you got. It's all part of the amenities here at Shellstone and also Wild Blue, as this is all shared between the two.
All right, so let's talk pricing here in Shellstone at Waterside on these homes by town homes. Again, these are the semi-custom homes, and when you get into the higher level, the luxury brands and semi-custom custom homes, the pricing gets very, very broad. I say this because it's really tough to pin down a solid price on homes when there are so many different options, all the different things you can do, and just tons of flexibility to personalize it, to modify the layout, all kinds of stuff. So obviously there's going to be a big range, but I want to give you a rough idea at least of what it's going to cost to buy a home in here. Now, they do have attached villas. Those are very, very new to the neighborhood. They just brought them in, so they've got some under construction, but as you saw in the videos, we did not show you a model. We didn't show you one because they weren't far enough along to really be able to show you much of anything. But there's two different floor plans, so I do want to talk pricing because they have them and we know kind of ballpark what the prices are. They don't have a final number yet. But two different floor plans. They've got one that's just under 1,700 square feet, and then the other one is about 1,750 square feet. So they're both pretty close. They're all one floor. They're either 2 and a den, 3 bedroom. They both have 2 bathrooms. They're both 2-car garage. They both are gonna start in the low 500s. And from what I saw and what they're thinking prices, it looks like the quick move-in stuff that they've got are really going to be priced like in the mid 5s to like right around 6. So pretty reasonably priced for the villas, and it brings the price point down a little bit for the neighborhood, allowing a better lower entry price to get in the door. So that's what you're looking at for attached villas. And if you're not familiar with what I mean by attached villas, they're basically 2 units. They live pretty much just like a single family home, but there is one shared wall down the middle. So 2 units side by side, detached, 1 wall in the middle. Then they have their 3 single family home series. And I apologize, I'm going back and forth looking at my screen so I can give you all this info. But what they consider, so here they do their series of homes based on lot size or lot width. So the 45-foot wide home sites, they're typically gonna, the homes that go on those are typically gonna run about 33 feet. There's a minimum 6-foot setback on each side of the house, which means you're gonna have a minimum of 12 feet between you and your neighbors, except for on those villas where you're attached and you got a shared wall. So you got about 1 foot. But anyways, on the smallest single family series, the casting series, which is a roughly 32, 33 foot wide home, the smallest home that they offer, and they don't have models of these either, which is really interesting. As you saw, the Halyard was the smallest model, the one that we showed you. That is actually in the Clipper series, which is the middle series. So these 32-foot wide, 33-foot wide homes, the smallest one they have is very similar in size to a villa, just a little over 1,750 square feet, 2 and a den, 2 bath, 2-car garage. But base price on that is $579,900. So like I said, the villas are gonna come in right around base price, right around 500. This mooring, which is the smallest casting series home, $579,900 is the base price on that. So those typical build prices, you're gonna run into the kind of the mid to high 600s. And they've got 3 floor plans in this series, the mooring, the tiller, and the regatta. And they do have some regatta quick move-ins. So we're gonna talk to you about what that looks like here in just a minute. But the tiller is the next one up. That's just under 1,800 square foot. Base price on that's $585,000. And then the regatta is just under 2,000 square foot. It is the standard plan layout is 3 bedrooms and a den, 2 bath, 2-car garage. Base price $599,900. And the quick move-ins on that are gonna run you, give me 1 second as I flip to that. They've got 3 of them right now under construction, and the quick move-in prices are $660,000, $665,000, and $684,900. So like I said, right in that mid to high 6 range. if you want to add a pool or something like that, then yeah, you're probably going to push over 700, depending on what you do with options and everything. But the options that they put in them are what people typically choose in these quick move-ins. So very common, and the most commonly selected options is what they put in these quick move-ins typically. So that's what you're looking at for pricing in that casting series. Then in the Clipper series, which is where the halyard falls, they have 4 different floor plans there. And the halyard is on the smaller end of the range. I mean, it's not a big range, but these are 52-foot wide home sites. So typically a ballpark 40-foot wide home. The top sail is the smallest. The halyard is second. Base price on the top sail, which is just over 2,000 square feet. 2 bedrooms and a den or flex room, 2 bath, 2 car garage. Base price $669,900. The halyard base price, it's just under 2,100 square feet. Also 2 and a den, 2 bath. Now this one does have the 3 car tandem garage and a lot of flexibility in that floor plan, whether you keep the 3 car tandem or you add another room into that space or whatever you want to do. But like I said, standard layout with the 3 car tandem garage, just under 2,100 square feet, 2 and a den, 2 bath, base price $674,900. The K is just a little over 2,100 square feet, 2 and a den, 2 and a half bath, also with a 3 car tandem garage, $679,900. And then they've got the Genoa is the largest in the series. And that one's actually a 2-story. It's got some upstairs, not the whole house. So it's not a huge 2-story, but basically like a bonus room setup above. That one's a little over 2,500 square feet, and you're $769,900 for the base price on that. So you can see there is a big jump to add that second floor. And that one, 2 and a den plus the bonus room, 2 and a half bath, 3 car tandem garage. So a lot of flexibility in that one as well. So that is what you're looking at in that series. And they have, for quick move-ins, they have 3 halyards, and all of them have added bedroom and bathroom instead of the 3 car tandem garage. So they're 3 and a den, 3 full bath, 2 car garage set up this way. And they are so almost 2,300 square feet the way they're set. And their quick move-in prices, $789,900, $799,900, and then $850. So base prices in the high 6s. Build prices gonna be in the high 7s typically for the quick move-ins. And those quick move-ins are already discounted. So your real build prices, if you're to build one for scratch in that the casting series, you're really gonna be probably close into the 7s, very high 6s, low 7s. In the Clipper series, you're probably gonna be pushing into the 8s for build prices, mid to even high 8s. So figure once you factor in home site premium and build options and stuff like that, you're probably going to add somewhere in the ballpark of about 30 to 35% to your price of your home. So, take the base price, throw another 200 grand on it or so, and that's really going to be kind of where you're at in build price, unless you pick one of the lots on the big water. Then you got home site premiums into the 4 and 5 and 600,000 range, just for the home site, not including the home. And they do have a quick move-in as well of the Genoa. That quick move-in is listed for $929,900. So that is what you're looking at. So that one base price $769,000. So that's less than 200. I mean, that's about 160, somewhere in that ballpark, if I did my math right off the top of my head. Let's see here. I'm gonna go back and check and see if there's any other quick move-ins that I missed that I want to talk to you guys about. Yes, there are, but they're in the next series up. So, and these are much. So those are very close to being done, the ones that we've talked about so far for quick move-ins. They do have in the largest series of homes, the catamaran series, which are 65-foot wide home sites. So these are going to be roughly 50 to 53-foot wide homes. These are the biggest homes that Homes by Town builds in here, and there are a bunch of different floor plans in this series. Let's see, we got 3, 6, 8 different floor plans available, and this ranges anywhere from 2,675 square feet all the way up to 3,072 for a single story. And then when you get into the 2 stories, whether you do a bonus room or a more of a full 2-story, which they're all kind of bonus room type, but there are some bedrooms up on some of them as well. On the 2 stories, you are looking at 3,400, just over 3,400 for the smallest one, up to just over 3,700 square feet for the largest one. So on this catamaran series, pricing you're looking at for the Islander, which is the smallest one, that's the one that's just under 2,700 square feet. Base price $889,900. That's for 3 bedrooms and a den, 3 bath. These are all 3-car garage homes as well. Then I'm going to talk specifically about the Camber because they have one of those quick move-ins. And that is the model home as well. So that one's the standard floor plan layout is 3 and a den, 3 bath, 3-car garage, just over 2,800 square feet. Base price of $914,900. And the quick move-in that they have does have a pool. It won't be ready till probably spring, like April 2026 is kind of what they're shooting for right now. The quick move-in on that one is $1.4 million. And it is set up as a true 4-bedroom, 3 full bath, 3-car garage. So they turned that den into a full bedroom. So it does have a closet, although you can use it as a den if you want to. And then they have one of the 2 stories, the Tideland, which is the smallest of the 2 stories, just over 3,400 square feet. The basic layout is 3 bedrooms plus a den plus a bonus room, 3.5 baths. Like I said, 2-story, but it's mainly just the bonus room upstairs, 3-car garage, 3,400 square feet. Base price is $1,049,900. And the quick move-in that they have also has a pool. This one's going to be done a little bit sooner. They're projecting early 2026, like January-ish. It is built out 3 bedrooms and a den, plus the bonus room, 3.5 baths with the 3-car garage. $1,475,000 is what that one's priced at. So to give you an idea, kind of what you're looking at, call it $400,000 between homesite premium and options in these quick move-ins on the larger series. Now the Aviso, they don't have a quick move-in, so I can't give you a full-on build price example on that one, which is the larger 2-story model that we showed you. That is the biggest one, just over 3,700 square feet. Standard layout, 4-bedroom and a den, plus the bonus room, 3 full baths, 3-car garage. Base price on it is $1,089,900. So, I mean, you take that compared to the Tideland, it's $40,000 more for another 300 square feet roughly. And you're going to be probably same kind of ballpark. If you put the same options on the same home site, if you put that Aviso where the Tideland is, then you're going to be $40,000 more. So your quick move-in price, the way they built this Tideland out, you're at just over $1,500,000. And so one of the things I want to point out, not all builders are created equal. In this particular neighborhood in Shellstone, you only have the 2 builders, Homes by Town, and then the one we're going to show you next week, which is Lee Wetherington. They are a full custom builder. And then we showed you the amenities, and that Midway amenity is shared with Wild Blue, which, so basically the communities are connected through Midway. And so Wild Blue is on the north side of the lake and the big lake, and then Shellstone is on the south side of the big lake. And up in Wild Blue, you have Lee Weatherington also building there. You have stock development. You've got a John Cannon. You've got a bunch of same type of thing where stock is the semi-custom builder in there. And then there's a bunch of other custom builders, including stock's luxury brand. But not all builders created equal. One of the things that makes Homes by Town very popular in the higher end series is when you get into these semi-custom, some builders build more like production builders with metal studs versus the wood studs that Homes by Town uses. That is considered to be a little bit higher end style of construction, using wood frame for your interior walls versus the metal studs on your interior walls. So there's just some little things, they're behind the scenes things that you're really not going to see, but they can make a difference in the cost of construction, in the quality of construction, stuff like that. So things to keep in mind as you're doing your comparisons and shopping. And so unfortunately, Wild Blue wouldn't let us film in there, so we're not going to be able to show you Wild Blue just yet. We will get in there. They're just a little bit pickier on letting people post stuff like this out to the public. It is what it is, but we will get that scheduled. It's just we have to schedule it out in advance, further out in advance than what we were trying to do with these. So we'll get in there. We will eventually get you that information as well. But that's what you're looking at for pricing from Homes by Town here, Shellstone at Waterside. Now, I did promise you as well that we were going to talk fees, taxes, insurance, all that good stuff. So the HOA fees here in Shellstone, you are $551 and change a month for the smaller series of homes. They don't have the fees for the villas just yet. So we'll update that when we do get them. But for the casting and the Clipper series, you're $551 a month. And then for the larger series, the Catamaran series, I'm sorry, just went blank there. You're $573 a month for the HOA fees. And so that gets you access to the upcoming amenities, the Shellstone clubhouse and pool and all that stuff, plus access to all the midway amenities that we've shown you. So that's what you're looking at for HOA fees. Taxes in this area are gonna run you in the ballpark of about you call it 1.25% roughly, depending on whether you homestead or not. If you do homestead, then they'll be right about there. If you don't homestead, they're going to be a little bit lower than that, and that will also include the CDD fees in that tax bill as well. And then for insurance on these, obviously there's going to be a wide range depending on which series of home you pick, but you're typically looking at somewhere in the, like on the smaller series, no pool, you're probably in the $2,500 a month or a year range for insurance. All the way up, I mean, if you do the, loaded up Aviso with pool and everything, you're probably going to be closer to like $5,000 a year. So that's what you're looking at for costs and everything. If you like this community, please give us a call or shoot us a text or email or whatever. Reach out to us. Let us help you get connected with one of these builders and find the right home for you. If it's not for you, call us and tell us that as well. We will help you find the community that is the best fit.